Hello, I do believe I am live. There's been a little bit of an issue again with the stream, but hopefully you all are going to come and find me over here. Before we go on, here's the housekeeping. Tarot is for entertainment purposes only. You do make all of your own decisions about your own life. Tarot should never be used to replace medical advice, legal advice, financial advice, or counselling advice. If you're looking for support in these areas, please do seek out professionals in these areas. You do have to be 18 years of age or over to get a tarot reading on this channel. And remember, please don't share private information here or anywhere else on the internet that you wouldn't want anyone or everyone finding out about now or any time in the future.
Lisa is such a good tarot reader. I've experienced that for myself because Lisa's read for me quite a few times. But as a mod on her channel, I've also seen loads of times when people have said things like, oh yeah, that really resonates, or that's exactly it, you've hit the nail on the head. And because she doesn't sugarcoat, she just tells it like it is. It can really be quite an emotional and cathartic experience because they're not just being told what they want to hear, they're being told, as she says it, what you need to know. So I definitely recommend her. It's a really good idea to sign up for one of her memberships because they're such good value. You can be part of private live streams that take place before the main ones. And then you're in a much smaller group of people, so you're not competing with all these other people to get a reading. And it's also just a chance to chat with other like-minded people who have that kind of spirituality.
God, there we go. I've just realised I was muted then, wasn't I? For that whole time. That whole time I was muted again. Oh God. The entirety of the comments on this video are going to be, Lisa, you are muted. Lisa, Lisa, you're muted. What are you doing? Sorry about that, everyone. Dormouse, hopefully you can hear me now. Hopefully you can hear me now, Dormouse. Oops. Hopefully you can hear me now. Yay, I am actually on the live stream properly. So yeah, there you go. I was just saying I've changed the logo over from the members only stream, because we do a members only from 6 o'clock every Sunday evening here on the channel for the members, where we talk about all sorts of things, and members do get a doodle. Members can get themselves a reading on that channel, nice and easy. Thank you, Holland, for putting that in the chat. It wasn't just you, Dormouse. It wasn't just you, my love. It was me. It was me messing up. I keep hitting the mute button and then forgetting. So then I'm chatting away to myself. Hi, Holland. Hello. You missed it, Holland. I was muted for 4 minutes. Yeah, poor old Dormouse thought that I was that it was just their computer, but no, I was completely muted and didn't even realise. So you know, no change there then. Thank you for the doodah link, by the way, about Jitsi. I will definitely have a look at that. Right then, so hopefully this is going to play with sound, and yeah, we'll see. Hopefully this is all going to work. So then let's do the magic. Let's what was I going to say? Yeah, let's do the... Before we go on, here's the housekeeping. Tarot is for entertainment purposes only. You do make all of your own decisions about your own life. Tarot should never be used to replace medical advice, legal advice, financial advice, or counselling advice. If you're looking for support in these areas, please do seek out professionals in these areas. You do have to be 18 years of age or over to get a tarot reading on this channel. And remember, please don't share private information here or anywhere else on the internet that you wouldn't want anyone or everyone finding out about now or any time in the future. Oh my god, I've done it again! I did it again! Oh my gosh. Sorry. Yep, you can hear me now. Yep, I know. Aquilarius. Yep, I know. Holland's just messaged as well. Yep, thank you. Yep, that was me. Oh gosh. Sarah, you went on the wrong one. Sorry everybody. I need to sort this out with OBS, because for some reason, oh, there we go, I'll take it down a little bit. For some reason they are triggering like a new stream every time I click on to the stream I've already got. It says select your stream, and every time I do that it creates a new one. I don't know why. I'll have to have a look. I don't know, Sarah. I don't know why it's happened. But anyway, who have we got here on the live? I've just said hello to Elise. Hello, Elise. Hello to Neil. Good evening, everyone, says Neil. Niddy Rout, good evening to you. Hold off with your question a second, my darling. I'll explain how to get a reading on the channel in just a second. Aquilarius, good evening to you. And obviously Sarah, Shannon Demdike, the Wiccan Midnight Crafter, Sarah, you're here as well. So yes, we do tarot readings on the channel, as you can obviously tell. Good evening to Carol Lewis as well. Good evening, Carol. Welcome to the channel. How do you get a reading on this here channel then? Well, there really is two ways, okay? The first way you can get a reading on the channel is dead simple. You wait until we open up a free round. When you hear this noise, it means it's time for you to put your question into the chat, okay? I will put a little message up as well that goes into the live chat, and it will say, put your question in now. You need to start it with the word question, and then one of our lovely moderators, the keeper of the question, will let me know who they pick. They have various randomizers at their end, and they will randomize who gets picked and send me that through on WhatsApp, so I'm not even part of that. And then I will read for that person. Everybody else, select your comment and question and get ready to paste it back into the chat on the next free round. However, if you don't want to take that chance and you want to guarantee yourself a reading, send your question through as a super chat. Any amount, it will come through. You'll get a 3-card reading. If you want a more detailed reading, a 6 or 7 card reading in a lot more detail, send it through as a £8 or $10 minimum, and that will come through. Okay, so that is how you do it on this here channel. So if you want a reading, it is that time. We are officially opening the round. So again, the messages should be going in right about now. Oh, they're not, are they? Because this is on the second one. Oh, bear with me. It must be this one. Is it this one? Has that gone into the chat? Yes, it is. There we go. Right then. So go ahead, pop your question into that there live chat, starting with the word question, and one of you will get a question selected at random. Don't forget, if you want to guarantee your question, you can do so by sending it through in the form of a super chat. Just in case you need a reminder, here's a little refresher in the form of a handy little video. That's me again. Oh my God, this is going to be a running thing tonight, isn't it? That's going to be a running thing tonight. Keeper of the questions. Who have we got? Oh my God, as if I keep forgetting to unmute myself. That is bonkers. That is... That's the third time. That's the third time. You wouldn't think I've been doing this many years and I used to work on radio, would you? But anyway, keeper of the questions, who have we got? Elise. Right, bear with me, Elise. I'm on a different screen and I've got to find your question. Where is it? No, Alice. Good evening, Alice. I found you, my love. No, you hadn't spontaneously gone deaf. Where's Elisa's question? There we go. I've got it. I'm pinning it to the... There we go. I've pinned it to the top. Question. Just started dating a guy. Do wonder if we are a good match and should I give him a shot or is he a red flag? Hang on. Do we get good vibes? Oh, you do get good vibes, but you never know. Oh, interesting, Elise. I like the fact you're having a preemptive question. I like that. You did the same thing in a Zoom meeting. Yeah, back in the everybody working from home, doing computers on everything. I would do that a fair bit. But yeah, I don't know why that video sound didn't play, but it's played for absolutely everything else. So I've got no idea what is happening at the moment. Absolutely no idea. What's that? You were able to watch some of the members' live stream, the last 10 minutes. How? How? Yeah, everybody else select and copy your question ready for the next round. Right, okay. I'll have to deal with that in a little bit, Aquilarius. I don't know how that could have possibly happened. Right then, so we're going to have a look at the cards. So we're on the card cam. Hello, that's me in the corner. That's me in the corner. Every time. It's going to be my new thing. I've decided it. We're cleansing the space and bringing in Wispy. So then, Wispy, Elise would like to know, they've started dating a guy. Do we... Oh, Elise, you've had a card drop, and it's the King of Cups. Oh, that helps. No, it's the King of Cups. It's the King of Cups, Elise. Why am I excited about that? Well, when a card drops on this channel, we refer to it as the... No, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh gosh, sorry everybody if you were affected by flashing. I'm trying not to have any flashing lights on. So what you flaming Nora. What this is, right? When a card drops, it's a clarifying or modifying card. That alters the reading. The other three cards I'm about to lay down, that alters their meaning. The King of Cups. Cups is your emotional suit. So it deals with emotions, relationships, things like that. The King of Cups is a guy, normally a male, or male presenting, or somebody with sort of masculine type qualities. But it's somebody who is like the King of Cups is normally quite loving. The only thing I would say, he's already got his shoes off. You know, he's got his cup of coffee. He's got his shoes and his crown off. He's already sat on that thing at the end of the bed. My brain's gone blank as to what it was. So yeah, look. But it's interesting. Why is it interesting? Because he brings a love and a romantic kind of vibe to the next three cards. So then let's see where you are right now, my darling. We've got the Six of Swords. So I think you've probably had more than your fair share of red flags. Two of Cups in what you need to know. Oh, this is exciting. Two of Cups is a lovely card. Lovely card. And it's still accessible. Oh, sorry, bear with me. Let me just... Thank you, Aquilarius. Let me just... Why on earth... Right, okay. I've got no idea why that went live. So yes, Two of Cups is really good, and we've got the the outcome, the potential future position. We've got the 10 of Pentacles. Thank you, Holland. So then let's have a look. Sorry, just bear with me 1 second, everybody. I'm just trying... My system is having some issues. Why are we having issues? We're on OBS, so everything should be standard. Why am I having issues with that? Oh, sorry, everybody. Bear with me just 1 second. I do apologise. Let's minimise all of that down. Right, okie dokie. So, let's get into your reading, Elise. So, the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is all about... Sixes for me are about community, right? So, it's about a large group of people. Can be family related. Can be talking about like just a group, right? So, in this case... I would say, because your question is talking about you've just started dating a guy, you're wondering if he's a good match or a red flag. That tells me there's been red flags in the past. So that is what I think this is. This is that idea of swords as your issues, your trouble, strife, your hurdles, your challenges, your obstacles, the issues, right? So this is you not wanting to bring these issues forward. You're wanting to leave them all in the past. But the thing is, quite often we carry that baggage with us and we are affected by it, even if we don't intend to be. So if we've had a broken heart, right, that could be really bad. That could be really bad. But what we need to do is to make sure that we don't carry that pain and hurt with us into the next relationship. Does that make sense? So just be a little bit aware that there is a chance that you are bringing previous relationship history and the way that affected you into thinking about this guy, right? It's not a bad thing. Forewarned is forearmed, and if you've got a little bit of a red flag warning yourself, then it's good to have that, right? So if you think you need to be careful to protect yourself, absolutely be careful, but also remember, if there is pain that hasn't healed, it can sometimes colour our opinion, is all I'm going to say on that, right? You've got, in the what you need to know, you've got the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups, twos for me are just about couples, right? The Two of Cups is your emotional suit. So this is your romantic couple. This is your emotional couple. So this would be you and this new guy, right? It's a two. You can see we've got people literally tying a knot. You've got the Two Cups. Whichever way it turns, you can see it's almost like a yin and a yang, right? So these are, you can see the water here is forming that shape. The water here will be forming a similar shape. This is a really positive card. The fact that this is upright as well says even more that it's even more positive. And then we've got the Future card, which is the Ten of Pentacles. Now this is where it gets a little bit interesting, right? Pentacles is work, career, finances, but it's also effort. It's the amount of effort it takes for something to happen, right? For an ongoing relationship to happen, things like that. This Ten of Pentacles, Pentacles is first of all, it's the earth energy, so it's very grounded, right? So that's very positive that we have that grounded earth energy. But 10 is overflowing. So the 9, for me, the 9 is full, the 10 is overflowing, right? So it could be here that it's going to take some work for some reason. Now, coupling this through the lens of the King of Cups, it does make me wonder slightly if the King is maybe a bit of a player in the past, right? And or maybe there's something else going on with his story that isn't fully red flaggable. We haven't quite got the red alert sirens going yet, but there's maybe it's suggesting that there's going to be some work for the two of you ahead, right? Now, the thing is, because this card is in play, because we've got the Six of Swords in there where you are now, this Ten of Pentacles, and listen, Elise, I know you've been on the channel before, and I know what I've read for you before, so you know my reading style is quite what's the word I'm looking for? Quite upfront, right? So this Six of Swords, hang on, I'm trying to pick it up, my nails won't work. This Six of Swords, this could be your baggage you're bringing into the relationship. And this Ten of Pentacles could be the work that you need to put in, to cure that, if that makes sense, right? So this could be what you're bringing in, and this can be talking about the amount of work that it will take for this Two of Cups to actually fully lock in. The Two of Cups, there are two cards in a deck that's really big on relationships, right? Really big on new relationships looking really good for me in the deck, right? One is the Two of Cups and the second is the Lovers card. The fact that you've got one of the two really well suited loving couple partnership cards in the deck, and you've got it in the what you need to know position, that is really important, right? So if the King maybe is triggering a little bit of red flag, maybe you and the King going into the relationship need to have some discussions and basically say, look, I'm really up for this. I kind of like the energy. I'm picking up what you're putting down. All of that. I like what's happening. I like how we are together. But I have had a difficult breakup in the past, so I might be a little bit raw. I am not going to judge you, based on those other people or that other person or what, those two relationships or whatever it was. I'm not going to judge you on any of that. I'm going to judge you for who you are, but I need you to maybe be a bit gentle with me, right? Or something like that. I need you to be a little bit patient with me. And the thing is, you will know as soon as you say something like that, this King of Cups is going to do one of two things. If he's bringing in the player king, right? If he's bringing in that player energy, he will basically go, well, I can't wait for you to blah, 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 blah. If he's bringing in the loving king, the king who loves the queen, wants to set up the kingdom, wants to have the whole 9 yards, the castle, the portcullis, the thing that goes up the drawbridge, he wants the moat, he wants everything, right? If that is what this king wants and he wants to settle down and make a kingdom with you, he will totally understand. And this, this 10 of Pentacles being a bit of work for you to get to that trust level, that will be no issue, right? Hopefully that makes sense, my darling. You're the only one who knows him and you're the only one who can judge his reaction. But my gut instinct, right? My gut instinct is saying that Two of Cups, Wispy would not bring that to me in the what you need to know position if there wasn't at least a more than 50% chance that this relationship could work really nicely for you, right? Whether it's your big relationship, whether he's your Rufus, whether he's your lobster, whether he's in your life for the next 50 years, I can't tell you that. But what I can tell you is that Two of Cups being there, that is talking about two people matching, two people you can see, right? This is why I like this deck. Would have been very easy to have these two cups be perfect matches for each other, but they're not. One's a glass tumbler and one is a teacup. They're different, but they complement each other. One is a new moon energy, one is a full moon energy, or vice versa, or a nighttime or sunshine. Either way, it's the fact that the differences are what will make this relationship work, right? The fact that each of you is coming from a different perspective. You're not carbon copies of each other, but you'll both be able to support each other. This Two of Cups would not be here if the dragons didn't think, linking with the Akashic, that there is something here worth pursuing, right? That's what I'm going to say. You do make all your own decisions about your own life, and tarot is for entertainment purposes only. But if I had got this reading when I first got with Rufus, I would not have been scared shitless for the first 3 years, because Rufus had told me that his longest relationship was 3 years, and I was like, oh, so that's, if I make it past 3 years, then I must be doing something all right. And that was in my head for the first 3 years. And now this year is 10. This year we've been together 10 years. So, yeah. I hope that helps, Elise, my darling. I really, really do. Listen, go with it. But remember, me and the mods are still waiting for our excuse to bring out our wedding hats, our sharp suits, our wedding hats and sharp suits, our amazing flowing skirts and our sharp suits. All of us, we're all wanting to dress up fancy, even if we're just on a Zoom call, right? And you've got Auntie Beryl sat in the corner holding a camera so we can join you on Zoom, and then the more Auntie Beryl drinks, the more wobbly the camera gets. Even if that's what happens, and even if it's in like 5 years' time, whatever, we are still waiting here for the first Beyond Authentic Tarot wedding. So I'm just going to put that out there. Just going to leave that out there. I wouldn't mention it if that Two of Cups wasn't in the position it was. And with that, my darling, I'm going to say thank you very much for your question. And I'm going to move on because I did see a super chat come in. So, right, I have no idea what that amount is. So I've got no idea the length of the reading that you are requesting. So I will err on the side of caution, my darling. Thank you, Ellis. Hi, Flower Beauty Peacock Rainbow. Hello, my darling. I will err on the side of caution, and I will do you a 6-card reading, my darling. So you've got that coming up. Straight after... Oh, hang on. Would help if I pressed the right button, wouldn't it? You've got that coming up, my darling. There we go. Your reading's coming up straight after this.
Join the Crow Collective. Help to support this channel by becoming a member here on YouTube. From £2.99 per month, you will gain access to members-only perks, live streams, competitions, sneak peeks and more. Just click on Join for more information. Thank you to all our members.
Yes, indeed. Thank you to all of our members. Don't forget, you can join our memberships. We have weekly members-only live streams, normally for an hour every Sunday evening at 6. But if I ever miss one because of poorliness, then I will schedule a make-up one. We did a catch-up live stream this week that was 2.5 hours long. And our live streams are always the place where you are able to get yourself a longer reading as a member. So that is something that no, I don't want to update my wireless Bluetooth and wireless Wi-Fi driver cards. Thank you very much. Not right now. I'm in the middle of a stream. Thank you very much, Windows 11. Right then, so let's have a little doodah. I'm trying not to look at the chat, everybody, but thank you, Ellis. 10 years is quite good. Yeah, I know, right? Your longest relationship was 4 years, but you're not even 30, so that's not too bad. That's not bad at all, my friend. That's not bad at all. Dormouse, you've been with Grumpy for 39 years? How is that even possible? How is that even possible, Dormouse? You don't even look it. Like, you don't even look 39 yet. Like... I pressed the wrong button. That wasn't a round opening. I'll get to the next round very, very shortly. I have Sonali in next, and I need to put yours in the pinned place. Oh, I can't because it's a super chat. Right. That's the problem we had last week. So let me find you on here. Oh gosh. One thing I will say about the other doodah, there we go, is it was a lot easier to see comments on the other one. There we go. Sonali Thakur, thank you very much for your donation. I'm going to do you a general reading. So then, let's do that right now. So Wispy, we want a general reading, please, for Sonali Thakur. You're 60 in April, and you've been with your other half for 39 years. Wow. You must have known that this one was the one when you were very young, my darling. You must have. That's true love. 40 years next year. 40 years next year, Dormouse. You get less for dropping a house on him. I was trying to make that be a nice thing. Right then, Sonali, my darling, let's have a look. So, Wispy, a 6 card. We're going to do the inverted triangle for Sonali. Let's have a look at what is coming up in the next few weeks. A general reading. Let's have a look at that. So then, Sonali, let's look at for you, my darling. So we go with where you are right now. Six of Pentacles. The sixes are very common right now, aren't they? Lots of people around. Six of Pentacles, Four of Cups in the what you need to know. Future outcome is the Knight of Swords. Linking the Six of Pentacles to the Four of Cups, we've got the Judgment card. That's a major arcana card, so I'll explain why that's important in a bit. From the Four of Cups to the Knight of Swords, we've got the Seven of Cups. And from the Judgment to the Seven of Cups, we've got the Star card. Okay, Neil, thank you. I didn't know. So then, let's have a look. Let me have a look. In the Six of Pentacles, so this is talking about finances. Pentacles being work, career, finances. Okay, so this card, my darling, this is talking about either wanting to offer or needing to have some kind of financial assistance, right? So either you need to ask for some help or you are the one that's going to be in a position to help others, right? Either way, don't feel that you have to help out if you are the one that is able to help other people. If you've got a family or people that are asking you for money or something, don't feel that you have to help out. But equally, if you are the one that is in need of some financial support, do ask for it, right? Do ask, do go looking. Don't feel too proud. This is not a time to be reticent, okay? When this card shows up, it's like, it's either saying that there's a lot of people that you need to help and you need to feed, or there's a lot of people that are wanting you to help them. Either way, whichever position it is that you fall on, don't feel embarrassed and don't feel obligated either way, okay? That's important. Now, what you need to know, we've got the Four of Cups. Now, Cups is your emotional suit, and this is talking about some stability going on. So whatever is happening with you at the moment emotionally, it's going to tick over, right? So if you're in a relationship, it will tick over. If this is family, which again the six is perhaps hinting at family connection, there isn't going to be a massive blow up within that family or within your relationship, right? It's not going to massively blow up and explode. It's not going to turn nasty, but equally it's not going to be the best either, right? Whatever's been going on is going to keep rolling forward the same way at the moment, okay? If that makes sense, my darling, it's still going to roll forward. This isn't a time, this next month, you're not going to find yourself suddenly very happy and content and everything's wonderful, or incredibly sad and miserable. This is going to feel very much like everything's just ticking over, right? Same old. So don't feel too worried about that. For some of us, this is the best that we can hope for, is that we get that stability in our lives. In terms of the Knight of Swords coming up, this is suggesting that there is some sort of issue to come in. It's probably, because of the way the cards have fallen, it's probably going to be end of the month into February, right? And it's coming from somebody who is either an actual teenager or somebody who acts like they're a teenager. So it could be a fully grown adult who is just throwing their dummy out their pram, who is just kicking off, who is just, you know, going hell for leather and not worrying about the repercussions of their actions. They don't care whether they hurt people along the way. They don't care whether they're going to fall over. They just want to race their bike with a sword in their hand. Do you know what I mean? And it's that teenage energy of, I know best, I don't care, I'm not listening to you. And this is a problem that's going to come to your door, right? This is something that is directly going to affect you. It's possibly, again, financially related, because this is where you are and this is that continuing. So if it is financially related, you need to be really careful, my darling, that, you know, if you are in the position to need help and support, don't feel like you're going to fall over. Don't feel like you're going to fall over. This is going to affect you. It's possibly, again, financially related, because this is where you are and this is that continuing. So if it is financially related, you need to be really careful, my darling, that, you know, if you are in the position to need help and support, don't and you get that, but then someone else is like throwing that away. Do you know what I mean? There's like, it's like, this isn't you doing something. This is somebody else bringing more problems, more issues, more trouble than they're worth. Now, the interesting card, this Judgment card sitting between the Six of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. Judgment is literally the card that talks about being judged from on high, right? This is that ideal that a lot of religions have, where when we pass over, we have to atone and explain our actions on this planet, right? So we have to explain what we did. We have to, if we were good people, then that's great. If we weren't so good people, we have to explain. We have to get our balance sheet, you know, those scales. We have to learn in the next, for the next life or for the afterlife, whatever you believe. So this judgment is really important, but it's not just judgment from on high. This is coming from family, because it's linked in with this Six of Pentacles, right? So people are judging you. It's either family or work related because of this six, right? Either way, it feels like you're either going to be judged because you are not able to help people the way that they think they want. So they go, oh, well, you're working. Why don't you give us all your money? Well, because I'm working and I have my own bills to pay. Or it's, well, why are you having to ask for help? And it's none of their business. Do you know what I mean? Like one or the other. I wouldn't worry about it too much, right? People are going to judge you no matter what. And if you need a hand up, so be it. If people are demanding a hand up and you're not able to provide it, and they don't understand that, feel fine to say, I'm not able to do that right now. Do you know what I mean? It's fine for you to do that. Let them judge. They don't know the true story. They don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Let them judge. We've got the Seven of Cups coming in with this. This is difficult decisions relating to your emotions, right? Again, I think this is family related, because this Seven of Cups, it's almost like whatever you decide, whatever you choose, somebody is going to be hurt. Right? Whatever you choose, somebody's going to say, well, you shouldn't have done that. You should have done this. You should have done that. Whether if you are in a position where you need to ask for help, you're going to get a flack for, well, why didn't you ask me? Why have you got yourself in that position? Why did this happen? Why does that happen? And it's none of their business, right? Whatever's going on in your life is nobody else's business. And you don't have to explain. If you are somebody who needs help right now, you don't have to explain how you got to that point. You can just simply say, I need help. Equally, if you are choosing to be careful as to who you support and who you help financially, because you need to look after your own, then again, in that situation, you have to explain, look, it's a difficult choice. I can't help everybody right now. Maybe in the future I might be able to, but right now I have my own bills, I have my own people to support, and I'm doing the best I can, right? But be careful for some comments, be careful for some judgment basically from other people. And then right at the very base we've got the Star. Now the Star, normally if it was upright, I'd be talking about wishful thinking, right? Wishing on a star, all of those things. But in this instance, because it's reversed, this is a reminder, right? You need to, whatever this issue is, my darling, right? Now again, let me just say, I am notorious on here for telling things as the cards tell me, right? You need to sort this out, right? Wishing, praying and taking no action, hoping. Hope is great, but it isn't going to get this situation resolved. You need to take action here. This Star is literally telling us, right? The Star card, when you wish upon a star, it's all that thing of, I'm wishing on a star. It's all of that. Wishing on a star is great, but it isn't going to do anything. If that's all you're doing is wishing and praying and hoping, it's not going to change your situation. This is telling us you need to do something to get out of that. And if that means asking for support with that Six of Pentacles, or if it means not giving support to every family member that comes out asking, whatever it is, you need to move forward and move and change your situation. You are the only one who can do that, my love, right? And I know it's tough. I know this is a shit place of a planet right now, right? There's a lot going on in the world right now that is not good. At the end of the day, all you can do is your very, very best, but you need to take some actual action. Right? So if that means getting a financial advisor, if that means asking for support, if that means, instead of perhaps if you go to a church, instead of going in and praying to the church, maybe go in and ask for help. Maybe if this is, if there is, I don't know, if you've got family members who are coming to you because maybe you're working and they're not, but they want you to support them and you can't because you don't have enough money for yourself, then again, in that situation, you need to put down some boundaries and say, look, you can come to dinner. I will feed you once a week. I can't do any more than that. But once a week, come, have dinner with us. Come and do that, right? If that is what you need to do, but you can't do it every single meal time. I can't look after you. I'm not your mother, right? Whichever way that one plans out, you've got to be able to move that forward and be comfortable in your own skin with those choices, because coming up is going to be this Knight of Swords where somebody is going to act like a bloody child, like a 5-year-old throwing a tantrum, like somebody who is the most entitled Karen. Somebody is going to be out there going, well, actually, and they're going to bring this to you, right? And it's hassle that you don't need, but it's coming your way. But it kind of feels like you can nip this in the bud really quickly if you put some work in advance. And basically, if somebody is asking you to support them, then you say, I'm not able to do that right now. Feel free to come to dinner every Wednesday. Right, or come for dinner on a Saturday, a Sunday, whatever day. Come to dinner and I will cook you a meal once a week. I can't do any more than that. I can't afford to give you every dinner, but I can do that. Whatever it is, however you need to negotiate that, my darling. I hope that helps. I think my gut feeling is longer term, again, I've got no cards to back this up, but longer term, I think once you're into the middle of February onwards, things will look a little bit better. Right, and I think things will go a little bit easier, but I think right now, I think that 4 of Cups right in the middle, that stability is the best that you can hope for right now. Okay, and I really do hope that helps, my darling. I really, really do. Thank you very much for your question. And again, thank you for the donation. Right then, people only see you as a responsible person, but the thing is, who are you responsible for? You don't have to be responsible for the entire family, the extended family, the aunts, the uncles, the great aunts, the great uncles. You don't have to be responsible for everybody else's life decisions. You are not the one that has to bail them out of trouble. Right? Equally, if you found yourself in a difficult position, you shouldn't be made to feel bad because you're in a difficult position right now and you need help. At this moment in the world, lots and lots and lots of us need help. That's just the way it is, right? So family especially shouldn't be making you feel worse. So whichever side of that you fall on, hold your head up high, my darling. But that star card is really saying this is where you need to take some action. I hope that helps, and I wish you nothing but the very, very best, my darling. So thank you very much for your question. Right then, so everybody, what time is it? Oh my gosh, it's nearly 8 o'clock already. Shall we have another round? I think we should. I'm going to hope hope, for some reason, I am going to hope that the video sound will work. Okay, so let's see if we can go with, I tell you what, let's have a lovely waterfall, right? Fingers crossed that this plays. It is time for another round. The round is open. Please go ahead and pop your question to the live chat, starting with the word question. And don't forget, you can send your question as a super chat to guarantee you are up next. Anything over $10 or £8 will get a longer reading. Go ahead, send your questions through. Now is the time. This is the moment. This is the hour.
Ask your question now. Send your question as a super chat to guarantee your 3-card reading is next. Donations of $10 or £8 or over will receive a longer 6 or 7 card reading. To try for a free reading, write your question in the live chat starting with the word question. If no super chats come in, a free question will be chosen at random. And if you need help, just ask one of our mods.
Yes, indeed. Just ask any of the mods if you need help. By the way, you know how you can tell a mod, right? The mods are the ones that are sat at home pulling their hairs out, going, "Oh my God, Lisa, what the hell are you doing? Right? They're the ones getting really angry and frustrated at me. So then, keeper of the questions, who have we got for today? Who have we got for the next reading? No, the mods are actually the ones that have their name in blue, and there's a little wrench or spanner next to their names. Okay, that's how you can tell who is a mod. There was audio that time because I put the microphone next to the speakers. That's why that's why that was there. Yeah, I made it. It's a bit echoey. Okay, the video echoes. All right, Sarah, well, thank you for letting me know. So who have we got, mods? Carol. Hang on, Carol. I've said your name. I'm coming to you. I'm finding you. I've got you. I found your question. Does Jerry B think of Mr.? Does Jerry B think of Mr.? Do you mean does Jerry B think of you? Is that what you mean? Is it does Jerry B think of me? Because I like the way that's got a nice ring to it, hasn't it? Does Jerry B think of me? Hopefully that's true. Right then, I tell you what. Let's have a wee look. Thank you, Neil. Yes, what I was thinking. Yeah, thank you, Carol. Carol's confirmed that as well. That's what I was just saying. I was saying I think that's about right. I think that's what they mean. Right then, so let's just change the doodah, change the camera around. There we go. Change my sticker as well because I like changing the stickers. So then let's have a wee look. As always, we do what we've got to do, which is to cleanse the space. And we bring in Wispy, our air elemental dragon. By the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about with Wispy and what my dragons are, there is a podcast episode I've just linked to right now where me and Neil talk about the dragons. So we do a podcast every month, and there was a whole episode dedicated. Ooh, we've had another king's popped out. Another king has popped out, my darling. That's interesting. I'll come to that in just a second. So yeah, me and Neil do a monthly podcast. The next one should be up tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Should be up tomorrow. But in the comment section right now, there is one where we talk about the dragons and what Wispy is and all of that. So then, Carol, we've had a card jump. When a card jumps, it means it's the modifying or clarifying card, okay? And this card is the King of Pentacles. Now, your question, interestingly, is about somebody called Jerry. Now, if that Jerry represents a male figure or a masculine figure, then this is really interesting because although this person is male presenting, and this king it's the king is, what's it called? The king is in his counting house, counting out his money, right? So this king is all about finances, work, career, and finances. So there is something, the king has popped out. Is the king busy at work? Is the king somebody you know via the workplace? Or is the king currently focused on money as opposed to anything else? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Once a king pops out, or once a card flops out and we've got a clarifying card, we stop the shuffling and we go straight to the cuts. Okay, so let's see what we've got for you, my darling. So 3-card reading. We've got the 4 of Wands in the where you are now. What you need to know, the 8 of Cups. Okay, and the outcome, the 3 of Wands reversed. Okay, all of these are through that King of Pentacles lens. Okay, so that's really interesting. So then, the 4 of Wands. Wands is all about your sense of security, sense of self-confidence, all of those things, right? So this is talking about right now where you are. This is a time of stability for you. Right, and the fact that you're asking this question about Jerry means, again, this is about stability where Jerry is. So if you two were together and now you split up, right, if that's something that has happened, or if Jerry is somebody that you haven't dated but are kind of interested in, Jerry at the moment is happy doing their own thing. Right, whatever's going on with Jerry right now, they are happily going through their own thing. They are happily, going through the motions of their own life. They are living their own life. They are confident enough in what they're doing, and it's not causing them massive unhappiness. It's not causing them massive stress or trauma. Wherever they are in their life right now, things are going okay. Right. So to translate that, if you and Jerry were together and have split up, then Jerry's doing fine on their own, right? If you and Jerry have never been together in a relationship, then Jerry is also doing fine on their own, right? So it's almost like, it's not that they don't know who you are. It's not that they don't know that you exist. But it's like in their life right now, their life is quite happily ticking over and they are quite happy with the way it's going, right? Does that make sense? Especially if it is somebody you work with, there may be rules about dating a co-worker, a colleague. If it's a boss, there will definitely be rules about that. So maybe they don't look at you in that way. But also, if they are really busy working flat out and their concentration at the moment is all about money and they're trying to make as much money as they possibly can, blah blah blah, if that is what they're doing, then again, at the moment their life is ticking over quite happily. You know what I mean? There goes my sticker. Never mind, they are quite happy doing what they are doing. Does that make sense, my darling? So again, in answer to your direct question, at the moment their life seems to be status quo and things are going kind of as well as you could hope. As well as you could hope. The interesting one is this 8 of Cups, because this is in the what you need to know. And the 8 of Cups is about romance, and Cups is about relationships and emotions. And what you've got here, the 8 is all about the journey to the 9. That's the whole point of the 8. The 8 is that you've got this far and now we're going to traipse on. We are going to get to that 9 of Cups. So the 8 of Cups itself, you can see here, look, the roof seems to be leaking, right? All these drips coming down. They've had to put all these pots and pans, these cups, they've had to put them all in place to stop the flood, right? To pick all the water up, to stop all the water flowing everywhere. But when we look outside, it's not actually raining. So again, this is a card similar to the way this feels. This is a card that is saying, look, whatever Jerry has been through, if they've come out of a relationship, whether it was you or with someone else, they are happily moving on from it. This card is all about moving on towards the Nine of Hearts. And the Nine of Hearts is that ultimate looking for love, having that loving relationship, right? This doesn't say it's with you or not with you, but if you've been in a relationship already, this would suggest that Jerry is moving on. If you haven't been in a relationship, then this could suggest that Jerry's just coming out of something that has been difficult for them, caused a lot of leaks and a lot of buckets, and they are wanting to move on. Okay, so just be a little bit careful. If you have been in a relationship, then they're moving on. Maybe maybe they're an ex for a reason. If you two haven't been together, then this would suggest maybe if you were to jump into a relationship right now, it might be a little bit of a rebound fling. Just be careful. And then the outcome, we've got the Three of Wands reversed. Threes for me are all about taking those next steps, right? So we're taking, if this is so this would be building more confidence, doing things that scare you, like hot air ballooning and all of these things, taking those risks, right? If it was in cups, it would be, you've been together for a little while now, maybe you're talking about children or buying a home together or adopting some cats or whatever it is. You are starting to make those longer term plans. In Wands, it would be saying that you are more secure and you are wanting to take those bigger leaps, but this is reversed, and this is saying that this is not the time for Jerry to take those leaps. This is not the time. Jerry is not feeling the most confident they've ever felt right now, right? They are not feeling that confidence. They are not feeling that king energy. They have been knocked. They have been through a bit of a twister, right? And they are not wanting right now to get back on that balloon. A bit like the wizard in The Wizard of Oz. On that balloon, quite happily, travelling across country. All of a sudden, here's the twister, lands in a whole nother place. And that, do you know what, we're just going to leave the balloon there. We're not going to try and get back, just going to leave the balloon where it is. And that is something that I think would be the sum up of this. Jerry is probably feeling that they need to leave things where they are right now, right? So as I say, if you've been in a relationship, now is not the time to try and rekindle it. If you haven't been in a relationship, but Jerry's just come out of one, then again, now is not the time, as far as Jerry is concerned, to take that next step. Okay, hopefully, my darling, I hope that helps, and thank you ever so much for your question, Carol. Sorry that it isn't probably the answer you were looking for. I always say I can only give you the answers that the cards give me. I can only tell you what you need to know, not what you want to hear, and hopefully, my darling, that makes some sense. But thank you ever so much for your question, and I wish you the very best of luck. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us this evening. Right then, what time are we on? 20 past 6, I nearly said. Yeah, that's how the clock works, Lisa. That is definitely how the clock works. 100%. Yeah, absolutely. Oh my lordy. Right, let's have a look. It's the truth, Carol. Thank you. No, thank you, my darling. Thank you for confirming. Listen, either way, it feels like the best thing for you right now, my darling, is to heal and for you to, work on your own confidence. If you've been with Jerry, now's the time for you to heal and move beyond that relationship. If you haven't been with Jerry, now's the time to kind of go, all right, you're the fish that got away. Do you know what? never mind. Let's move forward. Either way, I hope it helps. And yeah, thank you very much for your question. What's this talking about doing your chores? Why would you do your chores? What you have to do is get a partner for 10 years and then I'm joking. I do my fair I try and do my fair share of chores. But to give me my due today, I was like, right, I woke up. I was like, it's Sunday morning. The bins go out on Sunday night for us. So I was like, Sunday morning, the bins are going out. I need to get the rubbish bag from the bathroom that's got all our bathroom rubbish in. I need to take that out, take all the empty toilet rolls out and put those in the recycle, and then put the other bits from the bag in the rubbish bin, the normal rubbish bin. So I'm in the bathroom and Rufus has already emptied it. So it's like he does it the day before I get to it or something. So yeah, and then other times he'll start jobs that I don't even see me doing, and partly that's ADHD brain and executive function disorders, things like that, and partly it's just because I go, oh yeah, you things need doing. I am chronically ill, Ellis. My fair share is different from others. That is also true. That is also a very true comment. Thank you very much for that. That is very, very true. I'm hearting that comment. Look at that. Heart. That is very, very true. But also, I do sometimes feel guilty. I do like to cook occasionally, so I do cook our meals and things. I think Rufus is cooking tonight. I cooked last night. We had fish. It was ever so lovely. You've just done the chore you hate the most, the dishwasher. You think it's quicker to do it by hand as you go, but grumpy cooked, so a pile of dishes. That's cool. You're the one who does nearly everything in your house, Holland. That's if that is how your relationship has panned out over the years, then as long as you are happy with that, then that's fine. You're here to remind us all to be kind to ourselves. Thank you, Ellis. I do agree. We all do need to be kind. Be kind to one another. We do need to be kind. Which is why there's going to be a video coming up on the channel, a little short 5-minute video about why we are incredibly proud on this channel to be a safe haven for people who are LGBTQIA+, people from the alternative scene, people who are a little bit different. We are, many of us in the, in fact, all of us bar one of the mods is LGBTQIA+. So somebody who is, we've got a bisexual mod, we've got a trans man who's a mod, we've got a non-binary pansexual who's a mod. I'm obviously a trans woman, and we've also got the lovely Patricia, who is our token straight heterosexual cisgender woman. We've got people all different ages. And we've got Jay, who is here and is quite young. So we've got people at all different ages, from 20s, early 20s, up to early 70s, and everything in between. We've got people who are single, people who are married, people who are in couples, people across the board. And it is a very, very diverse group of people here. And we are always going to be a safe space for not just the queer community, but for anybody out there who feels put upon. We are always going to be a safe space, and that will never, ever, ever, ever change. Our logo on the channel is this one. So as you can see, we've got the rainbow freedom flag, the pride freedom flag, the progress flag front and center on the channel. It's always up here in the box, and we are incredibly proud to be a group who we will make mistakes on pronouns, we will make mistakes on all sorts of bits and pieces, and we will also apologize and get corrected and take that correction on board, and we will all do our very best to show support to all members of our community, left, right and centre. We are incredibly proud to be a witchy alternative community here which embraces everybody for who they are. The only demand we ever ask anybody is that you leave your any bigoted or any bigoted or racist or negative comments, that you leave those at the doorstep. You leave those at the point where you come on the channel. We have had to ban members in the not members but people in the past for putting horrible comments on, and we will do the same again. But generally, if you are nice to us and accept all of us for our diversity, we will make damn sure this is a safe space for all of you. And I know the next 4 years, that's going to be really important. So there we go. Here endeth the sermon. Shall we have another tarot round? Let's go for it. Let's go for a tarot round. So then, if you would like a tarot reading on this here channel, how do you get one? It's dead simple. Dead simple. All you need to do is what it says in the chat right now, and go ahead and send it as a super chat, or put your question in the main channel, starting in the comment section, starting with the word question. Go ahead and pop it in there, and at some point one of the keeper of the questions will tell me who I am reading for, and I will read for that person. In case you need a handy dandy little reminder, here is one.
Ask your question now. Send your question as a super chat to guarantee your 3-card reading is next. Donations of $10 or £8 or over will receive a longer 6 or 7 card reading. To try for a free reading, write your question in the live chat starting with the word question. If no super chats come in, a free question will be chosen at random. And if you need help, just ask one of our mods.
Yes, indeed. All right then, keeper of the questions, who have we got? Keeper of the questions, who have we got? I'm just slurping my coffee, so I'm not muting. Well, I am muting, but I'm just gonna. I'll be back in a sec. Reason being, part of my ADHD, if I'm ever next to someone and they slurp their drink or they make mouth noises, oh my god. Oh my god, it makes me want to punch people. I've got to say that. Even the doggies, when we give our doggos a treat, if they've got a chewy treat and all I can hear is slurpy slurpy slurp slurp, I have to put my earrings on. Yeah, because that works. Put my earrings on. No, I have to put my headphones on and listen to whatever I can on my phone immediately. I'm like, just play something. Because it's awful. Who have we got? Melinda. I didn't see Melinda in the chat. Did I see Melinda in the chat? Melinda. There we go. Question. Oh, hang on. Let me put it in the doodah. Pin message. There we go. Do the cards see any romantic love relationship in the near future? I will have a look, my darling. I will have a look for you. So then, let's go to that one there. There we go. We're doing it. Oh, look, I've just seen. I was just about to move the live chat, so I can't see it. Ellis, sometimes you have to sit in a separate room to eat because the munching noises from other people gives you pure rage. I have got, oh hang on, I've just realised I'm in a tiny little picture because I changed it, didn't I? Where's that one? There we go. I have got some loops. They're loop earbud things, right? Would I recommend paying £27 for a bit of rubber you put in your ears? No, because they're supposed to have a hole in the middle and a bit of mesh, and it's supposed to do things to the sound to make it bearable. To be honest with you, getting a pair of fake loop earbuds, earplugs from Amazon, or probably get them on Temu and all of those cheap places, but they're like $3.99 on Amazon. Getting those that you just put in that are just normal earplugs, those work the same. Right, the ones that have the hole in, the loop ones that have got the hole in, that are £27, they block the sound entirely anyway, so you still can't hear anything. So you might as well get the cheap ones, right? But there is a company called Flare Audio, and theirs are different. Theirs are like a hollow thing that's a different shape that you put in your ear. They're tiny. They do fall out a little bit, but they are the best ones I have found. And they do. I can put them in. I can go to Slimming World where there's a lot of people talking and everything, and it's very overwhelming, very, very annoying. And I don't want to run out the room screaming, right? The loop ones, it's just like putting earplugs in. The Flare ones, I can still have that conversation. The loop things, I wouldn't bother with. I would not bother with. The Flare Audio ones are good. Those are the ones where you can still have a conversation. But to be honest with you, those normal earbuds, you know, the normal earplugs that look like the loop ones, $3.99 on Amazon for literally the few minutes that you're sat eating with someone, or the few minutes that you are in a crowded room that's making a lot of noise. That's what I would recommend. Anybody with ADHD, neurodiversity, neurospiciness, anybody on any of those spectrums, if mouth noises get to you, pop those in. Trust me, it really does help. Dormouse, the noise when Piperoo crunches his favourite polos. Oh God, yeah, polos are a thing. Flower Beauty keeping Crystal Rose is here. Hello, Crystal Rose. Oh, hang on a second. I just remembered. Right, okay, what time is it? It's 20 past. We've got 10 people viewing. So I don't know how this is going to go. Hold on, everybody. I'm going to try and do something. Let me go into... I need to go into my live stream that's currently live. So, hold on, everybody. Hold on. I don't know whether it's still going to let me do this because I'm trying to do this through both YouTube and... the other. Right, let me... how do I go on the live? Hold on everyone. Melinda, I'm not forgotten you. Hold on a second. Oh, why have I got an advert playing? Get off the bloody advert. It's my own video. This is me. I don't need an advert for me. Go away. Right, is it... where do I do it? How do I do it? Hang on. La 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 la. It's that one. And that one. Right, stand by. I'm sending 5 free memberships out. 5 free memberships are going now. I don't know whether they're going to be for people on the stream or for people or whoever, but you've got 5 memberships that are going out right now. I've got no idea how they go or where they go to. Oh God, it's come up in the chat. Hang on. Melinda's got one. Crystal Rose has got one. Pug Mama has got one. No idea. Mitch S has got one. And Nanette's got one as well. That's nice. So there you go. I will do another 5. I get to do 10. I will do another 5 if I remember next week. Mods, can you remind me next week, because I will forget. I was going to do this last week as well and I forgot. So there you go. 5 of you have just got channel memberships on that their channel gifted. I can only do it. I've only got 10 to give out, and it doesn't seem to matter whether people are on the live streams or not. But there you go, everybody. 5 of those have gone out. So then, Melinda, my darling, welcome. You got yourself a membership, so that's good. And let me click on that magic button. There we go. So then, hi, that's me in the corner. I'm so lame. I get so... That's me in the corner. There we go, my darling. Let's have a look. 1, 2, and 3. 3 spins. Well, 4 spins, really. And we bring in the always mega Wispy. So let's have a look. And Wispy, Melinda Brown would like to know... my sister from another mister, do the cards see any romantic love relationships for Melinda in the future? Now, we have had this question a couple of times before. Melinda is looking for that their love, Wispy. Everybody deserves more love in their life than they get, right? That's what I believe very firmly. I believe people need more love than they deserve. We've had, is that one card? It is. We've had this Wispy. You're spoiling us with Doodah cards today. clarifying, modifying cards. So your modifying card is the sun. I love it. Look at that. Look at the lovely sun. I've given you an earworm, Dormouse. How have I given you an ear mouse? An ear mouse? What the hell is an ear mouse? Anyway, look at that sun card. I love the sun. It's all about the summer months, the warmth, the future, all of it. It's really, really, really nice, right? It's really lovely and warm. You can see this lovely couple are having a picnic. There's people in the background. Someone's flying a kite with a child. There's a couple up on the corner. Look at those two right up at the back behind that, beneath that tree, having a bit of a canoodle. Maybe they're canoodling, canoodle in the summer. Who knows, but it's a lovely card, full of spring and summer vibes, lots of lovely positive energy. This is very much related to positive life, positive energy, bright, lovely, bright light future, if that makes sense. So it feels, my darling, like this could also be spring summer related. So if you're looking for a timeline, spring summer, the sap is flowing. Is that right? The sap is flowing. I think that's right. So yes, keep an eye out on that one, my darling. Keep an eye out on that one. Right then, let's have a wee look. Here we go. There we go. Do your drop. So then, are these other three cards going to bring Melinda some hope for a little bit of bum chicka wah. Oh no, I sound like an advert now, don't I? Oh, the Queen of Cups. Where you are now, my darling, the Queen of Cups. Let's have a look. You've got the Eight of Pentacles in what you need to know, and the future outcome. Ooh, Two of Cups, but it is reversed. Now that's interesting. Right, let's get the exact wording of your question. Do we see any romantic love relationships in the near future? This is interesting, right? Apart from the fact I always think this looks a bit like me if I was olive skinned, right? Like literally I'm probably going to end up with this sort of haircut at some point, because of all the health condition stuff that I've got going on. But yeah, that's something that I'm going to probably end up with again, is another short do at some point. But look, she's wearing pink Doc Nurocks, I nearly said Doc Martens. She's wearing pink Doc Martens, which I own a pair of pink Doc Martens, which I absolutely love. So yeah, this card, right, the Queen of Cups, is all about you being a loving, empathic, wonderful human being, right? A wonderful human being, and being able to look at the future, being a bit of a seer yourself, a little bit on the spooky kooky side, which I know is relevant. Right, so this is a really, really positive card for that. Is it saying that there is massive love coming your way? No, but it is saying that you are opening up that love. That, well, I had to be careful what I said then. Not your legs, love, not your legs. You're opening up your heart. Opening up. I'm so sorry. Yeah. You're opening up your heart again, right? So you are getting into a place where you are able to offer that loving warmth to other people, if that makes sense, right? If that makes sense, you are getting into that position. I'm digging myself a bigger hole. Oh God, you're oh God, you are getting yourself into a place in your life, not a position, to open up your heart and your legs to somebody coming in the new year, in the new season, right? Because winter is winter. I know that officially the year's already started, blah blah blah, But for pagans, the year changes at October. For me, I always think, well, when we get to like the beginning of December, I can just hibernate through till the 1st of March, get rid of that 3-month winter period, and then I'll be happy. So it's really like spring. Once that starts, I love snowy days, as long as I can stay in the warm and look at them. So I'd quite happily be a bear that hibernates, wakes up, goes, oh, look, it's snowing. I'll have a bit to eat. Thank you very much. Go back to sleep for another 2.5 months. So yeah, that, if that makes sense. So it does feel as if you are entering into that period where you've done some self-work, you've done some healing, you've repaired the bits that needed repairing, and you're now coming out of that into perhaps not wearing your heart on your sleeve, but you are, open-minded enough and open-hearted enough to be ready for love. Are you ready? Are you ready for love? Yes, I am. The Eight of Pentacles in the What You Need to Know. This is talking about work, career and finances. Now, you're specifically asking about a love reading, and we've got the sun coming up. But this, in the What You Need to Know, I would say, look, don't get carried away. Don't burn the candle at both ends. This is something, if you are on Tinder, for example, don't just swipe whichever way it is for everybody, right? Don't do that. If you are on a Facebook Lonely Hearts group, be bloody careful, because they're all full of scammers. But whatever it is, right, what this card is saying is, look, what you don't want to do right now is to go hang on, we'll go, have I got just a ping? I don't think I've just got a ping, but anyway, for it to go bong, and you go, oh, I've matched. Right, hang on a second. Hello, I have matched with you, and I also like gardening and going for cups of coffee. I would love to go for a cup of coffee, and you can show me how to trim my bush. That would be really lovely, please. Let's go out now. Oh, and by the way, I am looking for a serious relationship, and possibly I have a house big enough for you to move in, and there is a space in the garage for an extra car, so that's always possible. Please let me know if you would be considering coming and moving in, because I do need to get the wallpaper in the bedroom redone before anyone can see it. However, if you don't mind coming over in the dark, then we can keep that light off. Ha ha ha, isn't that funny? By the way, I really do like gold jewellery, especially gold rings, so I would be happy for a plain 18 karat gold ring rather than anything titanium or super fancy, and I really do like small diamond rings for engagement rings. Do you know what I mean? And you go, what the flying fuck, you've literally just matched, right? And it's that thing of where you go, hello, I am so desperate, please, I'll give you everything. Do you know what I mean? That is what you don't want to do, right? And that's what this card is saying. You don't want to put that much effort in. You don't want to put that much focus in, because it's really dangerous. This is that card of burning the candle at both ends, right? It's also work, career, finance related. So if there is a financial twist to it, I don't know whether you're working, I don't know whether this is somebody within the workplace that there might be a little bit of an interest in. However, this to me feels far more like effort and work. It's the amount of energy you're putting into something, right? So just be a little bit careful, a little bit, step back off that gas and let things build naturally, right, is what I'm saying. In the future opportunity, we have got the Two of Cups, but how you get there is not going to be straightforward, because it's reversed, right? So this isn't saying that there's going to be an ending. This isn't saying it's everything is going to be shit. This Sun card colorizes all of these, right? It gives us extra vibrancy, extra color, extra hope, extra positivity. So this Two of Cups is actually suggesting that there is a romantic connection coming for you, right? I personally think that this timeline is saying late spring, early to midsummer, right? I don't think it's going to be the hottest days, because looking at this couple, I don't think that would be, this doesn't feel like scorching hot day. This feels like early warm summer day, early summer, all of that type thing, right? That's what it feels like. It feels like early summer. So my guess would be, my darling, that is when we're looking at, okay? It does feel that you need to maybe... Wispy, is this putting in a bit of extra... What? Why am I... Hang on, I'm questioning my own thing on this card now. Hang on, Wispy. Do I need... I'm going to... Bear with. Let's look for a second. Woo! Right, okay. Everybody who's here knows this devil card does not mean the devil. This does not mean the devil. There is no devil in tarot. There is a devil, but it isn't Christian devil. It's not Satan, Lucifer, Old Nick, Beelzebub, or any of that rubbish, right? This is talking about a puppet master. Why have we got the inverted pentagram? You've heard me say this a million times, and I'll say it a million more. When the pentagram is this way up with a single point at the top, it represents spirit over the other four elements of earth, air, fire, water. When it is this way up and you have a double point at the top, it doesn't mean evil, nasty, Satan, Lucifer, all of that, the fallen one, grr. It doesn't mean that. What it actually means is that our spiritual self takes a back seat to our physical needs. So we put earth, air, fire, water, the four physical elements first, and put our spiritual needs second. Okay, that is what the card is talking about. It's talking about also materialism is a key word with this card. The fact that it's come up following the 8. Spend time at work. Don't let work become your everything, Melinda. Leave space for you to be able to go out and to have fun and to meet people, right? Don't let work be your entire life. Leave space, right? Don't let it take over. That's why I was getting with this 8. I was a little bit like, it's giving me this burning the candle at both ends work related, and I couldn't get to it, which is hence why I pulled it. So this devil card is literally saying, look, materialism is not the way here. This is not something that you need to be looking at, right? Yes, look at contracts, look at signing details. The other thing though that the devil represents in tarot is marriage. Just saying, because when we look at the contracts in the standard Rider-Waite-Smith depiction of the devil, you've got the male and the female figure chained together. So I'm going to leave that with you. I think you need to be careful about burning that candle at both ends. I think you need to put effort in at work, but also leave space for a social life, because it definitely feels like there is something coming. The Queen of Cups, you moving into this period where you're able to open up again in more ways than one, and this Two of Cups bringing in that relationship that will take a little bit of an effort. There will be a stumbling block, an issue. There will be something that you need to resolve, but this is all coming, okay? I wish you the very best, Melinda. Remember, we're still waiting for our first Beyond Authentic Tarot wedding. But there you are, my darling. I hope that helps. It feels really positive. And I know that I've done you readings in the past, probably months ago. Or it could have been yesterday. I don't know, because my brain don't work. But yes, hopefully, my darling, that helps. And thank you very much for your question. Right, let's go back to the main camera. Hello everybody. Willie Davis, hello Willie Davis, you're asking whether you can get a question. You can do, my darling. There are 2 ways you get a question on this channel, and in fact I am announcing them right now. So there are 2 ways. How do you go about doing it? They are both going into their chat right now. The first way, send your question as a super chat. Guarantee you any amount will guarantee you're on the list for the next reading. Okay. If however you are wanting to guarantee a longer reading, then send a super chat of £8 or $10 or more, and you will get yourself a 6 or 7 card longer reading. Okay, that is the only way to do it. Or you can take your chances. Pop the word question into the live chat, followed by your question, and the keeper of the questions will decide who gets the next reading. Okay, so you're literally throwing your name in that hat, throwing your hat in the round, whatever they say, and then the keeper of the questions, one of our lovely moderators, will spin the question, spin the randomizer, and they will then tell me who gets that question. I hope that helps. Thanks ever so much. Here is a handy dandy here is a here is a handy dandy video. Yeah.
Ask your question now. Send your question as a super chat to guarantee your 3-card reading is next. Donations of $10 or £8 or over will receive a longer 6 or 7 card reading. To try for a free reading, write your question in the live chat starting with the word question. If no super chats come in, a free question will be chosen at random. And if you need help, just ask one of our mods.
Indeed. There we go. Right then. So, it is in fact Ellis. Ellis, my darling. Hello, Ellis. You were the only one who asked a question in that round. So, Ellis, you get the question. Thank you ever so much to you for asking a question. You're very welcome, Melinda. Listen, I cannot take credit for you getting the membership. Right, I cannot take credit for it. Literally, all I do is click on send gift 5. That's all I do, and 5 random people get given them. You don't have to be on the stream at all. It is literally, it goes to anybody, 5 random people that are on the channel and have asked questions in the past. 5 of the random subscribers. So it could be absolutely anybody. And it just happens that 2 of you managed to get them today that were actually on the stream. So yay! Right then. So Ellis, let me click on your question. And put that in the pinned comment. There we go. Can you get a relationship reading, please? You absolutely can. Right then. Dormouse, close your ears. There we go. We've cut to the card cam. Don't forget, everybody, that is me. Where? That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight. Doing tarot readings. I know I had to change the lyrics very quickly then because I don't want to get copyright struck. Don't copyright me, YouTube. I've got enough copyright strikes already. Thank you very much. To the members, you know, on Saturday. Hang on. You know, on Saturday, members, you know, when I started singing the If I Were a Fish, do that song, and then I played it, I got copyright hit for that. Luckily, it's a members only, and they aren't monetized. So if you see on that video, if you watch it back ever and there are adverts, then watch the whole of the advert. I don't get the money for that, but the publishing house of If I Were a Fish, they get the money. And hopefully eventually it goes to the couple who have also just done a video about them being non-binary and coming out as they, which I thought was in this day and age is incredibly brave. So yay today. Right then. Did I receive your email? I haven't looked. Sorry, Neil. It's a great song. That's an earworm you want, Dormouse. If I were a fish, and you picked me up, you'd say, look at that fish, prettiest in the sea. They can't copyright me just for singing a bad version of it, so it's fine. I like it. It makes me smile a lot. I know. I don't know why that's all happening. I might have to completely take OBS off and put it on again. I've got no idea why. I've got absolutely no idea why. But anyway, right then, Wispy, my lovely friend. Let's go back to the same one. So then, here we go. If if I were a fish, do 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 do. Why is everybody on the internet so mean? Wispy. Come on, let's be serious, Wispy. I know I'm winding everybody up with a fish song. I love it. You don't like it either, Ellis. I love it. It talks about being different and celebrating your uniqueness. Because if I was a rock and you picked me up, you'd say, that's a nice rock. Skippiest at the lake. Plop, plop, plop. I'm a perfect shape to go rock. You know where you skip the rock and it goes plop, plop, plop. How good is that? How good is that? That's amazing. Plop, plop, plop. I'm the perfect shape. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Isn't that celebrating how people can be the perfect shape if they're rock shaped? Isn't that brilliant? I love it. Okay, I get it. It might not be a top of the pops classic, but you know, could be worse. Could be worse. Could be worse. Baby shark do 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 do. Baby shark do 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 do. Baby shark do 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 do. Right then. Oh, Ellis, there's nothing relationship wise happening here, right? There's nothing happening right now. I don't know, are you... No, I don't know whether you're in a relationship, whether you've started something new, whether you are... how can I put it? Excuse me. There's nothing here that can say, that says that you are entering into anything, right? In fact, it's almost screaming at me the opposite. Now, again, I'm so sorry, my love. You know I would try and give you good news if I could. But let's have a look. So, where you are right now, we've got the Ten of Swords. This feels very overwhelming. You've got the, you know, this is the death of 1,000 cuts. This is literally 1,000 pinpricks going in. You're more than welcome, Crystal Rose. I pressed the freebie one and you were just one of the people that it went to, my darling. I can't do anything about who gets them. It was completely randomized, but you're very, very welcome. And yay, I'm glad that you got one. As I say, I can't take any credit for that. It is literally just YouTube's randomizer. So then, this poor bird has been pricked because it doesn't like the word that you use. That in the film Scream, where there is, in the Scream franchise, there is a whole film within a film where they have other actors playing the same, and it's all about it's like they tell a fictionalized version of the story of the first Scream film in Scream 2, and the film is called, it's like that. If this was a rapier, rah, do you know what I mean? That, right? It's a word I can't use on YouTube because they will mess my channel up. But the swords have multiple times and has caused the end of the birth of the bird. But this is where you've got that life, death, life, rebirth thing that's happening, right? So you've got this constant sort of cycle happening. You're not in a relationship, but you've started speaking to someone and been on a couple of dates, but you're iffy about it. Go with that instinct. Go with that instinct, my darling, because this is saying whatever is happening, there's a lot of... Look, you make all your own decisions about your own life, okay? That is absolutely, first and foremost, that needs to be said. But if you are getting the ick, or if you are starting to feel a little bit uncomfortable, the cards are kind of suggesting that as well, because the 10 of swords, 10 is when it's overflowing. Swords is trouble and strife, hassles, issues, challenges. In this position, this is in the where you are now position. I think this is a big red flag moment, right? This is one of those moments, right? It really is. This is where we go, oh gosh, hang on, stop now. This is where, we go to DEFCON red with the lights. It really does feel like this feels very iffy as well. You have got cups, you've got them in the what you need to know, but you've got the 8 of cups and it's reversed. Again, the 8 of cups is about making steps for the 9. If it was this way up, it would be a hell of a lot more hopeful, going towards that 9 of cups where the love and the romance and all of those lovely possibilities are overflowing. However, this is reversed. Is it worth the journey? You've come this far already. Is it worth the journey? Is it worth going on, taking those more steps forward? Is it worth doing it? Because there's a lot of baggage coming with, right? A lot of baggage coming with. Is it worth it for you in the short and long term? The 8 of cups suggests maybe not right now, right? It really does. What you've also got, though, as if we needed any more confirmation that maybe this one isn't the one, as Robbie Williams sang. I'm not going to sing you Robbie Williams. They're the one. No, I'm not. The 7 of Pentacles. Pentacles, work, career, finances, and effort. And the amount of work something takes, the amount that you've got to put into it to get that growth out of it. And it's the 7. The 7 is already talking about difficult choices, difficult moments, and this is reversed. So even if it was this way up, it's like, look, there are some difficult choices. It's like whatever you do, you can make those choices, and you'll then have to live with those consequences. Do you harvest this now? Do you leave them to grow? It's a tough moment. When it's this way up, it's saying, look, this is a really tough spot to be in, because whatever you choose is going to be the wrong answer, right? Oh, my plant is dying, so I've fed it with some bone meal. Oh no, this particular plant doesn't thrive on bone meal. Okay, so I've got, and I realised it hadn't been watered, so I watered it. Oh, you've drowned it. It's like whatever you try and come up with, whatever solution there may be, the solution is just as bad as the question. Do you know what I mean? It's like there isn't an easy solution. It feels like if you need to get out of this relationship, it feels like even getting out of this relationship is going to be a little bit difficult, right? Wispy, I'm pulling another card. Right, I'm pulling another card. I want an advice card, Wispy, right? So this is all about advice, but I need advice on this relationship. I'm going to pull from wherever you cut it. Let's go in. Okay, we weren't sure. We had a double cut, a double drop. So the advice is, oh shit, 10 of Wands, get out there. You are going to get burnt by this one. You are going to get burnt by this one. The 10 of Wands, there is some major, Wands, when we get to the 10 of Wands, it's arrogance. That's the key word I say with this card all the time. We all know that. I've said it many a time. In this case, it's the these wands that are normally like you get the hint of fire with the wands. Have I got any more wand cards? Because fire is the elemental suit that goes with wands. So like in this one, you see we've got the wand and we've got the lights in the background. Here on this one, we can see the flaming torch and you can see the fire element coming through. Here, it's a bonfire. Now the thing is, this would be lovely if this card was in with a whole other relationship. It could be talking about feeling super confident. This is arrogance. This is a bonfire. This is not just a bonfire. This is like having a bonfire in California right now. Right? Oh, it's fine. The fires didn't burn our house down. Let's build a massive fucking bonfire and let's set fire to it. It will be fine, I'm sure. No, let's not do that. Your house will go. This is like that, right? This is so... You make your own decisions, my darling. But if you've already got the ick, if you're already getting an iffy feeling, these cards are 100% backing up that feeling. So whatever is going on with this person, whatever they've done or whatever they've said, whatever they're doing, if you are getting the feeling that this is not comfortable, that you are not 100% in it, that this person is not your lobster, then get out. Abort. As Sarah said, danger, Will Robinson, danger. Hang on, there's a couple of things she's told you that you're not entirely comfortable with, but you're trying not to judge her based on things she's done in the past. You like her as a person, but can't move past it. Listen, if you're getting that red flag, right, you do not have to justify why you're getting that feeling, right? I know people change, and I know that people have changed and do change, but if somebody has told you something fundamental about them, and that one thing has changed how you see them, then yes, it is possible that person has changed, has moved past whatever their past was, has moved on with their life, is in a completely different space now. And it's also possible that some of their previous actions have crossed lines that you are not comfortable with yourself. They've crossed those lines in the sand that make it a no-go for you. And both of those things are perfectly justifiable and perfectly right. Okay, this isn't a job. This isn't a situation where somebody has got caught stealing in a supermarket, went and did 6 months community service, paid their dues, and gets a job, and the manager's like, yep, I can see what you've done, but we're giving you a second chance. You deserve a second chance. You paid your time, you paid the money back, blah blah blah, you did your community service, whatever it is, and therefore we're giving you a second chance. Some things in life where we have our own morals and ethics, some things happen that sometimes you aren't able to move forward from within your moral code, right? And again, that's fine for you. You do not have to, how can I put it, because it sounds really nasty. If somebody proves to you that they've changed, right, and that things they've done in their past are in the past, that's one thing. But if you don't get that feeling, and if you get the impression that, or if the thing they've done is so outside of your own moral compass, that you can't move past it, then you are entitled to end a relationship and say, I'm sorry, this isn't going to work for me. It's a difficult thing to talk about, because I believe in second chances. I believe in forgiving. I believe in forgiveness. I believe in, I believe in all of that, but there are still things in my life that, you know, if somebody had purposefully hurt innocent animals, children, you know, things like that, if somebody had purposely gone out and hurt someone, then that's a red flag for me. And that's something that I would always have in the front of my mind. Do you know what I mean? Because it's something that I would struggle to forgive. I could understand, and I could find understanding, but I don't know whether I would be able to move past that with somebody that I wanted to be romantic with. You've just put in the chat, you feel an asshole to see her differently because of those things, but they trigger you because you've been hurt before, and it makes you worried that you couldn't entirely trust her. Trust is the biggest thing. Trust is the biggest thing. But trust is also something that has to be earned. And the thing is, say for example, right, I don't know what it is. Obviously, I wouldn't want you to put in the chat what it is on a live stream. But say for example, if she has cheated in the past, right, and she's never been able to be faithful to someone, that would be a red flag for me. Because I would be thinking, well, maybe you'll cheat on me. If you've cheated on every other partner, maybe you cheat on me. If somebody had been, as I say, if they turn around and said when they were younger they tortured an animal for shits and giggles, I would be like, I'm sorry, but I can't be with you. I get that that's your past, but I can't be with you for that. Because it's those moral questions that all of us have to answer for ourselves, and it's those moral questions that would play in the back of my mind every single time that, you know, if the person had cheated every time that they aren't coming home on time, I would be like, oh, are they every time I didn't get a text? It would make me feel totally insecure about being in the relationship, and therefore I would never put my heart and soul into it, which means I would never fully commit, which means there'd be no point being in a relationship if I wasn't going to fully commit. Do you know what I mean? Likewise, if it was somebody that had hurt or injured an innocent soul, then again I would struggle with that. If it was somebody that just, you know, I don't know, nicked a car, got caught with a load of drugs, I don't know, you know, used to be a alcoholic or something, all of those things are, to one extent or another, can be seen as a mistake or something like that. But if somebody had hurt an innocent, or an innocent child, innocent animal, innocent person, that's, you know, for me that's not, it's so alien, so anathema to what I believe, that I wouldn't be able to square that circle. But that's just me. And again, other people, some people are much better human beings, and they can offer forgiveness for things like that, and they can look beyond mistakes. That isn't something that I would be able to do in all situations. And yet I am somebody who believes very firmly in second chances. So that's all I can say about that, my darling. But for me, I know where my lines in the sand are drawn because of my own past trauma, and difficulties that I've had in the past personally. And therefore, to protect myself, I wouldn't be willing to make that bigger compromise in my relationships, if that makes sense. But again, for you, my darling, you've got to do what is right for you, and if you couldn't entirely trust her, are you okay with that? Because it could be that you are okay with a relationship like that, where you don't have complete trust at the moment, but it is still an early relationship. It's still relatively new. So you could be, do you know what? Trust is something we need to work on, and we can do that together. It may be that is something, you know, that for you can be worked on. The one thing I would say, though, in her defense, she obviously either A, doesn't think whatever the issue is big enough for it to be an issue, or B, she thinks that you are somebody who would find forgiveness. And with that, my darling, I'm going to say that is your reading. I don't know how to square that circle for you, unfortunately. I think the cards are saying, look, it's going to be an incredibly difficult decision, and there are plenty of cards suggesting that, you know, if you are going to struggle, then you're going to struggle. But anyway, I hope that helps, my darling. I really, really do. Thank you ever so much for your question. Thank you to everybody who came in today. Thank you. Apologies for those of you who asked multiple times but didn't get a reading. Do join us on Tuesday. I'll be back on Tuesday evening, and we will try, although everything is randomized, we will try very hard to get through as many readings as possible on Tuesday. I'm going to try between now and then, not just to get the podcast episode up, but also to properly look through at the not StreamYard, what's it called, at OBS, and see if I can find a way to get all the videos playing so we don't have that issue at all. So yeah, so hopefully my darlings, sorry, I should say, that makes sense, and I will see you all on another one on this coming Tuesday. Ellis, she didn't hurt anyone. I think I'll have to wait it out and gauge what kind of person she is. That makes sense. You've only known her for a month or two, and this has made you sure you need to protect yourself first. Listen, protecting yourself makes perfect sense. What do I always say when you're on that aeroplane and things go wrong and those masks fall from the ceiling? What is the advice they say? Put your own mask on first so you can then help others. You need to protect yourself first so you can then help and support other people. And with that, my darling, I'm going to say thank you very much, and I will see you all on Tuesday. Congratulations to the 5 of you that got the gifted memberships today. Don't forget, as long as I don't forget, I will be doing gifted memberships did I say next Sunday as well? I think I did. So next Sunday as well. Bye everyone. I hope you had a lovely week, and a lovely 2 days, and I will see you on Tuesday. Take care, and as we always say, stay you, stay true, stay authentic, and I will definitely catch you on the next one. Bye bye.